Hi, my name is Mike League. I teach grades 6 through 8 science in Millsboro Middle School in Millsboro, Delaware. In 2011, I went to McMurdo Station, Antarctica as part of a research project entitled Adaptations of Marine Worms with Dr. Adam Marsh from the University of Delaware. My experience with Dr. Marsh was tremendous. As part of the project, we worked together doing diving underneath the ice of Antarctica, collecting these worms from the bottom. And so you really, as part of that relationship, come to depend on each other. As part of the expedition, we arrived in August at McMurdo Station, which is an interesting time of the year to be there. August is actually the coldest month at McMurdo Station. And so when the plane first opens, after you've been there, in there for hours, you're hit by this blast of extremely cold air, and it literally takes your breath away. And then you step out of the plane and you see all the beautiful scenery, and your breath is taken away for a different reason, but an unbelievable experience, one you never forget. So coming back to the classroom is certainly a transition, but an exciting one. Students are excited about what you've done, what your experience was like. They want to see pictures and videos, and you're just inundated with all these requests. Everyone wants a little piece of your time. It's sort of like being a rock star. Everyone is excited by your return, and then you have to get back into the routine of grading papers and planning lessons and working with colleagues. But that sort of enthusiasm for your project and your researcher and continuing that work together never really goes away. And the challenge is trying to find that way to connect the two together, and that's an ongoing process. So one of the most popular things is everyone wants to hold and touch the dive gear and kind of experience what that's like. So it's a really powerful experience for them to put the weight belt on or the dry suit. We've requested the ECW, extreme cold weather gear, and students love touching and feeling that. That works very well at the elementary school level. The middle school level, one of the things that I've been involved with as part of our project, we captured a lot of underwater video transects that students could then analyze and look. So they got a chance to look at the footage that we collected in the field and then try to interpret that footage the way that actual scientists who are working on the project would do so. And those are some really powerful moments. Anytime you can show a video clip or put students into that sort of first-person perspective of participating or experiencing what you experienced is a really powerful thing. Some big ahas in the classroom would be when students can make transfers from what they're learning or the skills that they're attaining as part of a middle school science classroom to actual field researchers. And they can say, I see, this is why we're learning this, because this is how it gets used in the real world. Some nice kind of cross-collaboration with math folks, since we do transects and math becomes a part of that, and making sure you cover a certain area. And then also abundance counts, so kids collecting data on what they see in those video clips and then kind of making some sense out of patterns that they might see. And anytime you can use real-world data sets, I find to be much more influential on students' understanding of the content and their willingness to apply themselves to it if they feel that it's a real-world, genuine, authentic task. I can't emphasize enough how important programs like this are to our students, particularly students who maybe have never been outside their town or traveled to another part of the world. These expeditions can really enrich their lives, and not only their lives, but the lives of their families. And I think it's really cool to use these extreme environments as ways to excite people about studying science. I definitely feel transformed and enthusiastic about teaching, bringing real-world science to these students. I work with students of all different backgrounds, many of them from lower socioeconomic backgrounds, and they get a chance to experience something that very few people in this world have, of that going under the ice in Antarctica to an extreme location. And for me personally, it's an experience that I carry with me every single moment of every day and reflect back on and go, wow, that was really, really cool. And now I get a chance to bring that to as many people as I can get to listen. And it's really changed the way that I approach my teaching and sort of my life in general.